Oh boy, it's Monday again. Well, here we go with our number 65 lesson and some reminder stuff at the top of the paper. Can you fill this in your memory before I write anything? Two things added times the same two things subtracted. We get the square of the first thing minus the square of the second thing. And the same thing twice, a plus b, we get the square of the first thing, and at the end we get the square of the second thing, and it's all plus signs because it's all plus signs. What do we get in the middle? We get the first thing times the second thing times 2, because we get ab and then we get ab a second time. The difference here is we get minus ab twice, making it minus 2ab in the middle, but it's still plus b squared at the end. Now, this is what we were doing on Friday by guessing and checking. No more guessing and checking. We're going to do something that I and a lot of people call the AC method. Your book calls it factoring by grouping, and that's fine. So to factor something x squared plus something x plus c, a pair of integers whose product equals c, a pair of numbers that multiply out to c, and add up to 19 won't work when the a is not 1, like it is not here. Nope. Now, if you can get a pair of numbers that multiply out to a times c, which for this exercise, what would a times c give us? 3 times 20, that's 60. If we can get two numbers that have a product of 60 and a sum of 19, a sum of the middle numbers, multiply the outside numbers, you get 60. We need numbers that multiply out to 60 and add up to 19. And I have those right here from the side pocket of my brain, 15 and 4. We're not going to write x plus 15, x plus 4. What we're going to do is take that middle term, which is a nice, neat pile of 19 x's, and messy it up and make it into a pile of 15 x's and 4 x's. Why would you do that, Mr. Dane? Why you make it harder? No, this is not going to make it harder. Trust me, this is going to make it easier. See, there's the 19x. It's been replaced by 15x plus 4x. And now we do that factoring by grouping approach, where we look at these two terms independently and then these two terms independently, looking for a greatest common factor. So from these first two terms, 3 goes into 3 and 3 goes into 15, and also we can factor out an x, meaning that I can write 3x times what? That'll make 3x squared, then we need a plus sign, and that'll make 15x. What comes out of these two? A 4. 4 times x makes 4x, and then plus 5. Okay? And notice what nice thing happened here, and this should always happen if you've done all the previous steps correctly. You should get matching parentheses, which means we're done with this exercise. See, one set of parentheses is 3x plus 5, and the other set is the stuff hanging outside, including that plus sign. 3x, it's not 3x4, it's 3x plus 4. Okay? And the most important thing is, if we multiply this out, we get 3x squared plus 4x plus 15x plus 20. See, there's 19x in the middle. We get back exactly where we started. That's what you want to see happen every time. So that takes care of the first one. Let's go over here to this one. What's the first step? Multiply the a number. The a number is the x squared coefficient times the c number, the constant at the end, and you get 200. 200. And 5 times 40 is 200. Why am I choosing those numbers? Because they add up to 45. So I'm going to write 8x squared, and then I need the 5 and the 40 to replace the 45. Do not worry about which one should I put first. It doesn't matter. Put 5x plus 40x or put 40x plus 5x. It doesn't matter. But I'm going to put 5x plus 40x and then plus 25. And now I do group of 2, group of 2. These two, only common factor is the x. All right, x times 8x plus 5. And these two have a common factor of 5. So I write plus 5 times 8x. Well, there it is, 40x plus 25. And now we just write the answer. Notice the parentheses, they are super important. And notice I need that plus sign, 8x plus 5. Multiply that out and you'll get what we had originally. Okay, now I'm ready to move down here. 8 times 5 is 40. And I need two numbers that multiply out to 40 and add up to negative 14. How about a negative 4 and a negative 10? Multiply those, you get positive 40. Add those, and you get negative 14. So, just see one thing here. Trying a new camera trick today. Oh, there we go. All right. Got to see where the camera cuts off. So, replace the middle with minus 4 and minus 10. A complete sentence would say, replace the minus 14x with minus 4x minus 10x. In either order, it does not matter. So do minus 4x minus 10x plus 5. Excuse me, I'm putting myself to sleep. Factor out 4x. Yeah, it's really Sunday night while I'm doing this. 8x squared minus 4x, and here I can factor out minus 5. Minus 5 times 2x would make the minus 10x, and then to make a plus 5 I need a minus 1. That'll make the plus 5. And we have the match that we expect. Here's the answer, 2x minus 1, 4x minus 5. Okay. Move over to this one. What's your first step? You get 15, right? Now, how can you multiply and get 15? Well, you got 1 and 15, and 3 and 5, and that's it, right? And those add up to 16, those add up to 8. We have no way to multiply and get 15 and at the same time add the same two numbers and get an 11. This one cannot be factored. This one is prime. Okay. Go down here. And this one now. 14 times negative 3, that's negative 42. Negative 42. And negative 42. And I want 19 from adding 20. I'm thinking, this is not easy, this one. I'm a little brain freezy here. Multiply out to negative 42, add up to 19. Oh, I got it. Positive 21, negative 2. Did you think of it before I did? Good for you. 21 and negative 2 is 19. 21 times negative 2 is negative 42. So this should work. I got 14x squared, and I'm going to write plus 21x minus 2x minus 3. And from these two, notice 7x comes out. You want this pullout to be the largest thing you can pull out, the greatest common factor. Otherwise, the rest of the stuff won't work. See, there's 14x squared plus 21x. And these have nothing in common, but we always have a 1 or a negative 1. Let's try a negative 1. I think that's what we need here. Negative 1 times 2x makes negative 2x, and then plus 3 makes the negative 3. See, if we would have pulled a plus 1, then we'd have a minus there and a minus there. They would not match. But since I used a minus 1, we get the match. Hooray for us. Here we go. 2x plus 3, 7x minus 1. And notice the parentheses. Notice the correct signs in the middle. All those little things are important. And finally, now we do this. And what's AC? AC is 50. 5 times 10 is 50. And this one's pretty easy. 2 and 25. 2 times 25. 2 plus 25. So I'm going to write 5x squared plus 25x plus 2x plus 10. 5x, GCF there, 5x times x plus 5, and a 2. 2 times x plus 5. Do you see the answer ready to pop out? X plus 5, 5x plus 2. Need to check this? Multiply it out. You should get back exactly where you started. Thanks for watching. See you on page 2.